great country that we live in, the freedoms that we have. We just ask that you be with us during this time. Just allow us clear minds that we can do the county's business in a fair and impartial manner. We just ask that you protect our freedoms also. We just praise your great name. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We're now calling on Quorum Court to order. Linda, would you do the roll call, please?
Laura?
Yes.
Okay, it's Laura.
Laura, well, that's close. I love it.
Well, I was waiting for her to start. Jackie?
Here.
Roger Hall?
Here.
Howard?
Here.
Johnson?
Here.
McNeely?
Here.
Mills?
Here.
Olson?
Here.
Phillips?
Here.
Reeves?
Here.
Lamont Ritchie?
Here.
Crawford?
Here.
Very good.
Right, we got 100% present. The next item of business is disposition of journal proceedings, approval of previous minutes, and corrections or additions not entertainable to approve.
Move to approve.
Mr. Reed approved. Give a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried.
Which one is that?
Hmm?
Is that the ordinance declaring? Is that just our ordinance?
No, number 5. You have one of these. Next item of business is number 6, public comments, 3 minutes. Do we have anybody from public who'd like to speak?
Yes, sir. My name
Come
is
on
Jeff.
up.
Yes, sir. My name is Jeff Allen with Ozark Regional Transit. I'm just going to give this a brief report of what we got going on in Carroll County, and I'll be out of here. In Carroll County, we've had year-to-date, January through April, 59 riders just in the county areas, and that's exactly what we had this time last year. The numbers for Berryville specific are down. From this time last year, we had 760 last year and 561 so far this year. Eureka Springs, we've had 2 rides from originating in Eureka Springs and 0 from last year, and this year in Green Forest we've had 0 rides as we had 2 last year. So our numbers are down for the total county. There were 821 this time last year and 622 this year. I'm trying to come out and market to Berryville a little bit more as a result of these low numbers. I have gone to speak with the Rotary Club last week, and then we're going to be having a booth at the Senior Center on the 27th, the morning of. So anybody that you know that could benefit from public transit would certainly like to get a brochure in their hands, let them know the cost, and let them know what we can do for them to help them get where they need to go. With that, I'll open it up to any questions or comments.
John?
These brochures that you showed, where are those put so that the people might get them?
That's a good question, and that's probably a better question for Jay. I will find out. The only places I know where they are at the Senior Center and at the City Hall. But I can find out from Jay.
I think it would be useful if there had some distribution of these.
Absolutely.
Just who is eligible for ride?
It's public transit, so it's for anybody.
Anybody?
Yes, sir.
And cost is?
It depends on, probably refer to that brochure because it depends on the distance that you go. I think it's $2 the first 10 miles or something.
0 to 10 miles, $2, 10 to 20 miles, $5, 20 plus miles, $7.
But all of our vans are handicap accessible, so wheelchair accessible, so it is literally for everybody.
Anyone else like to be recognized?
And there's probably some new members since last time I've been. It's been a while since I've been here, so I'm gonna leave some business cards with whomever would like them. And, obviously, John is your representative on our board of directors, so, you can get word to my boss. And, well, thank you.
Thank you. Next item of business is under miscellaneous. We have Ozark Regional Transit and that's up.
They just voted.
Then will be under B, Sheriff Randy Mayfield. We have 10 minutes.
Well, we don't need it.
If you don't need it, that must be done.
I think you all have a copy of that appropriation ordinance for the, they call it the muffin monster sewer guy. Seems like an odd name for that thing, but that's what they call it.
Something you gotta have.
Yes.
You gotta do a lot of
When that facility was built, it was required to put that in there. And the city contacted us, Kirby Murray, and said, hey, we're blowing pumps out of our lift station, which the lift station over there, and that's why, because of grinder equipment. And then debris from the facility was going into the lift station, and it's been bought and reinstalled. We have to. There's a receipt for the repair. Hopefully, you don't know. Everybody knows about it.
Any questions?
Did a couple months ago, the other police officer was telling us that you guys were going to get this, is this what he was talking about?
Yes.
Okay, so what, I knew what we're not doing with that.
No, just this one. There is only one.
You want that?
How long is that?
That's hard to tell. It was pulled on the 31st of December. It was supposed to be pulled on the 22nd of December, but I don't know if it was weather or whatever. They've probably been out for a few weeks prior to that.
You want that? Thank you, Sheriff. Next item of business is under C, more space from the airport.
Good evening, how y'all? Just give you a brief report. First, let me apologize for you not having a finance report in front of you. Our volunteer who comes in and does this got to do half of it Friday. I'm supposed to be in today to do the rest, and did not get it done. She had an emergency family, so hopefully this week we should have it done next time. Just give you a rundown on some stats here. We've had 31 visitors to the airport. We've had 12 planes land and take off. Land means they came there, stayed a while, and took off. We had 8 planes fuel up. We had 5 of them tied down, which usually means an overnighter or 2. The cars have been used 5 times, and we ran 2 more hangars. We also added 2 more commissioners. Jason Tennant, who works at the Cornerstone Bank, he's for the First National Bank of St. And Dane Mulligan, who is a pilot and musician here in one of the hangars. And we've got another gentleman, actually 3 gentlemen out of Wichita who were thinking about splitting one of the big hangars over on the Yank Bay. They'll split it 3 ways, so another hangar probably in the next month. Everything is rolling like crazy out there since we got this little bit around. I had to mow the runway today. I don't have to mow the runway very often, but today was the day. Thank you, Sam, or again, for sending out the tractor brush hog and get the stuff I couldn't get to install on the zero-turn tractor. Any questions?
Anyone else? Larry?
Those numbers you were given, that's on Victor and Landy's takeoff, is that for the last month since you was here last time?
Yes, and that's what y'all get, is from meeting to meeting.
Okay.
Just to share with you a little bit of, just the diversity of the aircraft flying out there. Last week, we had a Russian Yak-50, which is an old World War II plane that the Russians flew. I guess that was one of their fighter planes or bomber planes. The guy flew it from Philadelphia to here to Phoenix, and he stopped over and got 100+ gallons of gas and 6 quarts of oil. He was Italian. The plane was Russian. It was refurbished in Lithuania. It had a German prop on it. So, I mean, it's kind of an international goofball kind of thing.
Now, I can leave with you.
No, he was starting to we're starting to have a lot more turboprop planes flying out there, and that's the turbine-assisted prop planes. When we went from Jacksonville, Wyoming, the other day, got the OSU athletic director off, who was going to meet his friends who were riding for Stillwater, so they were going to go back up and read his friends and then those on. So you never know what's going to land out there. Like I said, we've been mowing. We had a cleanup day on the sojourn the other day. 2 commissioners showed up, 3 volunteers, 1 pilot, his wife, and another one there. And it all straightened out. We are currently working on trying to get the big tractor worked on. It's sad shape. But I think with some hoses and some fluids and stuff, we should be able to get it back running and hopefully brush off some work. One of the questions that we'd like to ask is, did the court get a chance to consider the employee issue? That was the last time.
We had no meetings, so no.
No, but we are setting up the finance. And we got a meeting next week.
Next week, y'all let me know what day.
And I'm sure it'll be discussed then.
Any other questions? Yes,
No.
Morris, how many commissioners do you have now, and how many more do you have?
6. We have one position left. Mr. Ward did resign, so he's no longer in the commission. So, the oldest one, Mr. Mallett. That's it.
Anyone else?
Thank you.
Next item of business is number 8, an old business. Ordinance A, would you read that, Ms. Wallace, please?
Can we suspend the rules of this hearing by title only?
You want?
Can we read this one by title only?
Is that a motion?
Yeah, motion to read by title only.
I'll second.
Yeah, second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? So moved. That's all. Yeah, read the second. Read the title only, please.
Ordinance declaring that the Carroll County District Court purchased a large fine assessed in the district court.
Move to adopt. Move to adopt. Matt, second. Any discussion? If not, call for the roll.
Dean,
Yes.
Paul,
Yes.
Allison,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
McNeely,
Yes.
Mills,
Yes.
Olson,
Yes.
Phillips,
Yes.
Reed,
Yes.
Fishy,
Yes.
Walter.
Yes.
Motion passed.
That was the second reading and the third vote.
Who was the third?
The first one was Phillips Reed.
We only have this one.
Read the title only.
Well, she got me down here with two. She said it should be a second reading and would possibly a third.
Or we can we read the third and first?
Yeah. I move to suspend the rules and read the ordinance by title only for the third reading.
You want me to read it again?
approved. Second, Pat, second. Any discussion? All
Who
in
moved
favor?
first? You said Deacon, second.
I moved.
All right, Deacon. Do I have to go through all this again?
I will.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. Read the title on it again, please.
Just read it again.
Read it again.
Oh, okay. Sorry. An ordinance declaring that the Carroll County District Court clerk will collect fines and assess the district court.
Move to adopt.
Come on, move to adopt, Larry second. Any discussion? Call for vote.
All right, Dean.
Yes.
Paul.
Yes.
Allison.
Yes.
Johnson.
Yes.
Lee.
Yes.
Mills.
Here. Yes.
Olson. Phillips.
Yes.
Reed.
Yes.
Ritchie.
Yes.
Crawford.
Yes.
Motion carried. Next item of business is under 9, new business. Chairman Renee, would you read this part, please?
This is detention center.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Do you want me to read the entire thing or just the title? Okay. Being enacted by the Quorum Court of the County of Carroll, State of Arkansas, an appropriation ordinance to be entitled, an appropriation ordinance amending ordinance 2014-19, the 2015 budget ordinance, and appropriating additional funds to the Carroll County Detention Center. Whereas the Carroll County Detention Center needs additional money for unforeseen expenses because they had to buy a new muffin monster grinder in the amount of $21,622.74. Now therefore, the sum of $21,622.74 is appropriated from the sales tax fund 3400 to Carroll County Detention Center Fund 3018, Department 0418, line item 4004, machinery and equipment.
Move to adopt. John moves to adopt, John Howard. Don McNeely, second. Any discussion? Call for vote.
Deaton.
Yes.
Paul.
Yes.
Howard.
Yes.
Johnson.
Yes.
McNeely.
Yes.
Mills.
Yes.
Olson.
Yes.
Phillips.
Yes.
Reed.
Yes.
Ritchie.
Yes.
Crawford.
Yes.
Johnson.
Yes. Our next item of business is the bid. If you read that, Laura, please.
The whole thing. Be it resolved by the Quorum Court of Carroll County, State of Arkansas, a resolution to be entitled, a resolution authorizing the county judge of Carroll County to apply for a grant on behalf of the Grassy Knob Volunteer Fire Department. Whereas the Quorum Court has decided that the Grassy Knob Volunteer Fire Department meets eligibility requirements necessary to apply for a grant under the Arkansas Rural Community Grant Program. And whereas the Grassy Knob Volunteer Fire Department has presented plans, description of the project, to the county judge, which plans involve the equipping and maintaining of fire boat. And whereas the Quorum Court of Carroll County recognizes the need for the project, concurs in its importance, and supports the Grassy Knob Volunteer Fire Department endeavors to proceed with the same. Whereas the Grassy Knob Volunteer Fire Department has furnished proof they have raised $8,400 through community and/or in-kind donations to be applied to the project as a local match. Now therefore, be it resolved that the Quorum Court of Carroll County, Arkansas, hereby authorizes the county judge to submit an application of formal request to the Arkansas Rural Department Commission for the purpose of securing state grant funds, the total project value of $16,800 to aid and assist the Grassy Knob Volunteer Fire Department in executing the proposed project described herein, and that the county judge and/or treasurer of Carroll County is further authorized to administer the grant funds for the same project.
Move to adopt, but there's second. John Reed need a second. Any discussion?
Who was first on that one?
Yes.
Got a motion? Judge?
Yes, we have here tonight the president of the Grassy Knob Volunteer Fire Department Board, Marie Lee. I'd like to stand up and just say a few words about this project. This project has been kind of ongoing for a little while, and we think it's going to be a very good project for Grassy Knob.
The project is to help fund a pump on the fire boat that we received from the Forestry Service that we didn't have purchased. It's a long-term lease. We have many miles of shoreline, some structures that are very difficult to get to with our pumpers and tankers in case there is a fire. In addition, we're having additional incidences to use it as a rescue boat on Beaver Lake with the increased activity out there, and just used it 2 weeks ago when a boat capsized and unfortunately a man was drowned. It is already in the request for the grant is to get the pump and the equipment to really equip it as a fireboat and do additional equipment to help support it as a rescue boat. Rationale was fully behind it, and the board recently passed a resolution itself from the fire department to have the grant fund as the matching fund. So we're ready to go forward.
Question? Scott?
This is a good project. We've had it on Table Rock and White River for about 12 years now. It comes in handy. So they got a lot more water than we do over there. So.
Any more discussion? Call for the vote.
Yes.
Paul.
Yes.
Howard.
Yes.
Johnson.
Yes.
McNeely.
Here. Yes.
Mills.
Yes.
Olson.
Yes.
Phillips.
Yes.
Hughes.
Yes.
Ritchie.
Yes.
Squabbler.
Yes.
Resolution passed. Next item of business, comes under JP's comments, number 10. Come on.
A couple of things, Judge, thank you. The first, during the work that was being done in Eureka, there was a problem with one of the trucks getting involved in a minor accident. So the truck is still out of commission, being repaired, but that got the discussion up about the need for enhancing our fleet with the possibility of acquiring a new one. It would need to go out to bids, and we'd be looking at approximately $140,000 to $150,000. It would come out of the road fund to be able to make sure that we had a new piece of equipment for the ever-increasing calls that are coming in about road repairs around the county and just the county trying to keep up with them. If this went out for bids, the county would be looking to acquire it probably in the early part of the fall. So it would be, at the mercy of the existing equipment, one of which isn't even working, under repair. Anything else on that, Judge? Yeah.
I think we need it. I'm kind of curious, how was we on carryover within your road department?
It was a very good carryover, actually, more than I thought it would be, and I think it's more to accommodate.
Okay.
Quick.
Well, from the trucks I was thinking of and whatever, I think we need.
Yeah. The idea about bringing it up today is the judge would need to put together a bid package and go out for bids. With the informal assurance of the JPs that once the bids came in, that there would be, in $140,000 to $150,000 range, that there would be support for following through on this.
You would have an ordinance, need an ordinance saying you'd have the total price of the cost.
But there's no reason going out for bids unless the court is inclined to support it.
Okay.
You look at the weather we've had the last several months and what we're going to come into, and every time it rains, it usually rains 3 or 4 inches. And I know it's rutting everything, and it takes special equipment to fix it. We've got to stay on top of our words.
And I've gotten several calls also like the rest of us as far as work conditions are concerned, so, we could use the help of a new vehicle, so that's great.
Anyone else?
Sure, we have bought a bunch of new equipment over the years, and I'm sure we could use a new truck.
Does anybody have a cold?
Okay, I'll put it together. One other thing, before the meeting started, I passed around the summary of the work that was done on the Eureka parking lot. I don't know that all of the book bills are in yet. Cindy, do you know that?
I don't know if they are, I think they are, but I don't know if they are.
The project has been
Tasha
completed.
turned in all the bills for that.
Okay. The project, I don't know whether the striping's been completed, but it's paved. It was an incredible job done in a month on something that thought was that it could take 2 months. Weather cooperated for the most part. It was a huge project, probably much bigger than anybody anticipated when we were first talking about it a couple of months ago. So the city was going to be preparing the application for the grant reimbursement, and now it's a matter of getting that paperwork. Well, we did meet the deadline on getting the job done before the FEMA grant expired. It's a matter of getting that paperwork in and having the grant funds come in to see how much the county gets reimbursed.
Is Eureka taking care of the paperwork and getting that filed?
Yes.
We got to this one, but we gave them one.
Very good looking job, that hole was a whole lot bigger than I thought it was.
Yep.
Anyway, this fund sheet, the labor cost, on overtime in there. And that came out of our budgeted revenue that you gave us. The next item, total equipment cost, is on FEMA rates. To go again to matching labor. Next one is total rental equipment. That's a large track hoe and a vibrating roller. We rent track hoe from Caterpillar, the roller from Ready Worthy. That's the cost on it. Material cost is $15,555.86. So, them bottom two lines is all that's coming out of the money you wrote into this. Borrow $140,000 and pay back what we didn't use. I would like to ask you, if the grant comes through and we exceed more than what we have to spend out of it, we'd like to have a labor cost back. If there's anything between that and what we receive, we would like for any extra to go back in to repair on the equipment, because I think it's only right. Anything, any overage will go back to help maintain our equipment, because the biggest was that you all would spend what you always pay out of it for exactly what you spend.
The grant, if I remember correctly, was around $63,000, is that correct, Judge? Something like that, that we were possibly getting back?
No.
No?
It's matching funds that pay half of it, so you're probably looking, I don't remember exactly, probably somewhere in the middle of 60,000.
Middle 60, right.
66.
That's what I thought, so if we could possibly get the lion's share of this back, that's what.
Well, the bottom two lines is all we spent on the money you appropriated for it.
Right.
If I could just, reiterate, when we talked about this from the very beginning, there was never any intent to deplete the payroll funds that you have available on the road. That we would always do what is necessary when the numbers come in, any adjustments in order to make sure that the road department can finish what it can do this year, that any supplementary funds we put back into it. So I think it's just a matter of getting those numbers and preparing the ordinance to do that.
John?
And as far as anything extra, that we might have made off the equipment cost and operation, I would see no problem putting it right back before the judges and use it.
I agree, there's wear and tear on that equipment, it was a lot of wear, a lot of tear.
Well, and the road department took on the job, so we had to put it out for
Yes.
bid.
He did an exceptional job. And we're paid together. Both up hurt me and there. He's up around, I got to do that. Two old men on crutches. Anybody else got any deputy on John?
After the last meeting, discussion on the ambulance service, I wasn't sure what we decided to do. Can anybody tell me what actions we're taking with regard to the ambulance service?
What type of suggestions that I remember?
Are we going to take some action?
Y'all the lawmakers.
What I remember, Mayor McKinney asking the court to do, and this would pertain to all of the JPs on the east side of the river, is for them to get with their constituents and promote action to form an ambulance system, get a committee to form an ambulance system, right?
Marty?
Well, I've spoken to several of my constituents, and nobody is interested in getting on the committee. And, in my opinion, if you take however many districts are on the side, and you get people, that many people going, it's gonna take a long time to get anything done. You know, it's hard enough to let people agree on anything to get however many together to try to agree on something, it's just gonna take that much longer.
We understood we were suggested to get names to be on a committee to research and find out all the information we wanted to take to form this committee, then get this information to us and to the public for a vote in the general election or a special election to see if all the citizens on the east side would like to have this session over there. So right now I've got 5 out of the Green Forest area that would be interested, you know, some of them have ambulance experience and everything else, but we do need to keep it busy, because even though the election's far ways off, it'll be here before we know it. And to get a lot of information, like I said, to inform everybody about stuff real well, you know, especially get it passed on the ballot.
Larry?
I've got a question or two that maybe Chuck can answer, or maybe you can answer. No, it was said that if it goes out to ballot, that each precinct has to pass it. Okay, what happens if a precinct doesn't pass it? Does that kill the whole thing, or does that precinct not get ambulance service and everybody else does, or?
As I understand, theoretically, that's probably true, but that's probably not what's gonna happen.
Well,
The law says contiguous precincts, so if it's voted in by precinct, they have to be together. In other words, you can't have one isolated over here and then the surrounding one's not in. It's a complicated situation.
Well, here's my question. Is this precinct, I'm the Warriors guy, I always bring these things up. See, if this precinct doesn't pass it, and they go ahead and provide them ambulance service anyway, are they still gonna have to pay their millage since they didn't pass it? I mean, there's the questions here, when this really gets serious, it's going to be asked.
Yeah, when you talk about money,
Yeah.
It depends on the way the ballot's written up there, that's the big thing, when they write the ballot. Put this thing on the vote, it depends on how they write it. I mean, they could write it where every precinct's got to pass it or it won't pass at all.
Right.
Or they can write it, because like in the Western District, Eureka Springs chose not to be involved in it. Their city taxes pays their share of what they consider. And that's the way they wrote that ballot up. everybody else, it had to pass everybody else to make it go. But it's strictly how you write the ballot, what I understand.
My recollection from the last meeting is the reason we were asking for people from each district to be on the committee is because each district has to pass it in order to have a comprehensive ambulance district. So in order to build grassroots support on the local level, if there could be some people from each district comprising the steering committee or the first group formed to research how this thing is to be done.
Well, do we need some action from the Quorum Court to make this happen?
They can put together a committee to do anything you want to do. You know, that's what you're talking about, the JP's teachers out there. Hey, get somebody to spearhead this thing. Just like the sheriff back there said he would go along with it, but he's not going to spearhead it. You know, somebody needs to step up and spearhead the thing and get a committee together to start making, this is going to be a long draw, that deal. It may not even pass the 16th. The Western District said they got theirs first round, but I know since then, a lot of other counties, theirs didn't pass the first time around, it took the second time to make it go.
So it appears to me that we just need to, I would think, encourage Sam to set up a committee and ask for people from us to put on that committee, those that have shown some interest. I've had a couple.
Yeah.
And then we would have to get some guidance from somebody like Devin, I guess.
Can I respond to that?
Yes, sir.
Right now, it's big up to it not to happen. State law right now gives it to 911, which belongs to the sheriff and myself. We have no hard feelings against anybody. Randy and I made a decision we thought was better for the county. If you all don't feel that way, you're the lawmakers. Randy told you you could form your own here and do it yourself. You're the lawmakers. If you want a committee formed, give me the name and I'll go along with it. I'm not fighting it. But I'm not the lawmaker. I can't vote. I can't bring this to the table. But I'm here to do what you're asking to do. Larry?
Well, let me ask you this question. Is it in a position that it can continue like it is?
No one can truthfully answer that question. You're at the mercy of the animals.
Well, I guess what I'm asking is, we're talking about an ambulance district, trying to pass a millage to fund it. Because St. John's has come to us and told us they were going to have to be supplementing more or less a millage to supplement them because they were losing money. And I'm not taking sides in any of this, but my next question is if St. John's pulls out, is Ozark Ambulance, are they capable, are they willing to take it all over?
When they came to the office and said if they didn't get something like this, they might have to pull out. Two different entities came to the office. I didn't advertise for them. They heard about it and came on their own accord. Two different entities. One of them wanted all of it or half, one of them wanted it all. So right now there's plenty of backup and no one can predict the future. This is something you lawmakers need to decide what the county needs and do what you feel right, okay?
One of the things about having an ambulance district over everything else is that you've got some guarantee, because right now, Mercy, if they're eating lunch, I told you, and they get a call for an emergency, they don't have to go. Same way with those they don't have to go. I'm gonna finish my dinner, then I'll go. Now, if they got a contract like we've got, they'll require by state law within 2 minutes they gotta be rolled. Same way as I'm at. If I'm eating my hamburger and the tone goes off, it gets cold. We gotta be rolling in 2 minutes. That's under contract. But what they've got set up on the east side right now, they don't have to go. And I know they just send all their ambulances doing transfers, and the eastern half has no coverage at all.
Well, that's the reason I'm asking these questions, just to find out these factors.
But it does cost money to get that guarantee. And that's where the village comes in.
Larry?
Now, dropping back to something you just said, and this is kind of all, we're talking about what we need to do, but I do have a question. You have an ambulance district. Can they go make patient transfers, or do they have to always keep an ambulance?
He has to always keep an ambulance, like Rick has to keep 2 available.
Okay, and then, okay, so,
I would propose that we form a committee of the Quorum Court to pursue this. And I'll volunteer to be on the committee if that's appropriate.
And I was just going to say, I echo what John said, that's, I think what needs to be done, is one of the JPs on the east side needs to step up and say, I'll get a handle on this thing, and I'll drive it. It's like Jack said, you need a champion, you need somebody out there to drive it, get it organized, and get it done. And one person's got to start with it, and then you can, you know.
I didn't volunteer to do it.
Oh, that's you, John. No, but, no, it doesn't have to be you, but you know what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
Somebody has to be the champion to get it done.
Doesn't have to be a Quorum Court member
No, but.
to be on the committee. It would be good to have, like yourself, head it up.
Committee started.
Devin?
I think I remember from past dealings that your committees have to be all or nothing. They have to either be all JP or all citizens, but you can't mix them if I remember that. You're not supposed to have JPs and community members on it. At least
have a lot of time.
And I think that's committee too.
Don McNeill, man.
I'll help John on that also, too. Best I can, you know.
John, you're there.
There's nothing wrong with having advisors come into the committee.
No. They just can't be on the committee. You can go to all the meetings.
You want to work.
Maybe also.
Three, 5.
You all want to appoint that committee, I invite them. Let you have it.
Or will you then appoint us as a committee?
I told you I was going to do it, all that, that's what I'm waiting on, you're belong. I have nothing against nobody, I want what's best for Sheriff County. And the sheriff's already told you, you can form your own. Larry?
We're the ones that passes the laws and decides it. But you're also the leader of this county, and what's your opinion on it?
Well, my opinion is, if you all don't think Larry and I made the right decision, you're the lawmakers, you got a chance to straighten it up and do what you think's right. I would welcome you to do that if you're not happy with the decision. And that puts an awful burden on the county judge and the sheriff to try to figure out what's best for everybody in this county. It's not just for me, it's not just for any of you all, it's for everybody. You have to try to make that decision what's best. Well, we really bring a lot of relief to the sheriff and I, if the Quorum Court
There's been several incidents in the county already when calls, emergency medical calls, have not been responded to correctly in a lot of people's, words or estimation. So what a service contract will give you in the eastern part of the county is that guarantee that in X amount of time. Eureka guarantees us 90% of the time they'll be out in 15 minutes. Period. That's it. And they do it. They do an excellent job of it. So it's just that if you want reliable ambulance service, you need to have a service contract with an ambulance entity. Just like Jack said, right now it's hit and miss. There may be 3 ambulances here today. Tomorrow you may have to call one from Harrison or one from Eureka to come in. You just don't know.
Here is some names that's been recommended, if y'all like to put it in case you want to shoot some of them.
Jack, like, if you have an ambulance district, can you have it in the bylaws or whatever that you would have, that they would have like a station in Bearable and also a station in Green Forest, and we wouldn't lose that and just go to one in Bearable?
You can write that contract up any way you want it. you set up an ambulance district, that's controlled by, like ours is a Western Ambulance Board. There's a board of 5 people. And they set up the rules and regulations, and Devin helps them on some of it, make sure they're doing it right. And they set up a contract, just like, if I want to set a contract, Larry, I want you to haul 5 loads of gravel for me every day. And if you only do 4 one day, it's going to cost you some money, because I'm going to dock you this much. And you set that thing for their requirements of what they've got to do. And, yeah, you can fill a contract out any way you want to do it. And, and show them the size of the county, the way it's laid out. You're going to need ambulances and so and so.
Just one thing, I'm asking all these questions because I'm not arguing this, I don't understand it completely, so I'm getting answered.
One thing I like to point out, we're not unhappy the way you handle that.
No.
It's just that people's asking questions about to make it better. It's nothing to do with the decision you made. You did what you had to do at the time to kind of wake everybody up and make them understand we have a problem. So we're not happy with you. Yeah.
It's right now, we have one, I understand, we have one in Bearville, one in Greenville. If they're not on the transfer, we have to call somebody else in anyway.
See, that would change that. If they're going to go for a transfer, they got to bring another in and take its place.
You're all of the ones that change it, don't they?
Sheriff, I understood that there was a provision under state law that you could set up an ambulance board, provided you weren't asking for any money right away, that you could set up a board for an ambulance district. And you were going to get some paperwork on that.
You almost are when you make your committee, you make the ambulance board. There's just no authority. You'll have to put it on the ballot for people to approve it to go forward. There's a lot of templates out there that would simplify it for you guys. Even the Western District, I've read their ambulance board and what they've done. You guys can look at that to start with a template of what would work over here.
I guess my question, did you get a package from the state?
Not a package, it was just information I got off the line. And then I spoke to the EMS director for the state of Arkansas, Greg Brown. But you guys can make an ambulance board, you can do it right now, it's a word ambulance board, there's nothing binding for the board. But you do have an authority in the court to go ahead and get a ambulance district on the ballot.
Marty?
Yeah, I volunteer to be on.
Okay.
This list that went around, there were some very knowledgeable people that would help on this, on your committee, as advisory people, whatever. Now, the last of them, I'm sure they don't have a vested interest in what's going on over here, but anyway, yeah, there's some good people on this list right here.
Who was that? Anybody else?
I got a totally different subject. Just make a motion, or just think about bringing it to next month to do the meeting in August, the second Monday, the third Monday. Just kind of get time to plan and think about it, if that's possible. I just wanted to give you a heads up, that's all.
One more JP comment?
We're still working on the radio situation. We're more to work on some more it's going to cost. Things we have found out, what it works, will not be required to be on that system. So it's going to save some money with you guys, the same as with us and several others. It's mainly public safety, which is police and fire. Police, fire, and medical is what we're looking at. It's still going to cost, we decided that the P25 system, which is the AWIN, is the most reasonable because the fact is that's what people suggest, and we're going for some people money. But we're looking at probably $1.7 to $1.8 million right up front to get our towers converted and everything else. Because the towers will have to be converted over to handle the AWIN system. And, we're 5 or 6 years down the road or more, so.
How much do you think you're going to get back from them?
Well, there's a county down south got $500,000 just pretty damn quick. So, you know,
But that was
1.7 to 1.8.
So, about third.
Yeah, we got several people that's interested to start working on writing some grants but we're also looking at consoles and other stuff, you know, trying to get the cart before the horse first. Looking at different groups and different grant writers, and there's gonna be like 2 or 3 different grants we're going after.
Anyone else? Ron?
Something I thought about quite a while, each of the cities, I'm not sure 100% if I can explain my Rivera or Freeport, yearly they have, first of the year where usually volunteers in the city area do different chores and different things, and they just have a list of people that submit or they, you know, hold up, and then they pick somebody that was they thought deserved to be the person of the year. I thought the county ought to come up tonight, but we have a lot of our population, a lot of volunteers of EMTs, and first responders, firefighters, instructors that live outside the county. Probably some of them I know actually do more stuff than anybody in any of the cities. And I don't know how we can ever do this or whatever, get another committee with the other guys, you know, on the ambulance committee. But it would be something to be interesting to, you know, to award somebody outside the city limits first of the year. It does a lot of work.
I think most of the cities, just make nominations and then there's somebody in the city that sits down and goes over those people that were nominated.
And just this later on, give them a plaque, you know, say you're Carroll County Person of the Year for 2015, something like that.
Any more deputies on that? I'm gonna try to keep them getting written up one more time, but let's put it on it. Sheriff and I, along with Ms. Harris, able to get those canines legally. So there you all were talking, we'll say, get rid of them. Inventory, we'll just tell you, I haven't been doing that. And also, I was supposed to mention this or not, but every year, seems like we have some coffee bears. We've had 3 already this year. What? Coffee bear people don't have anybody pay for funeral. We've been real fortunate. If I had a little bit of money, that's what you do. That's why I'm supposed to get a Attorney General's opinion about this, but contact the people and if anybody got any money and can't bear enough, it's going to help me get all the Attorney General stuff, it's got to bear them anyway. Anyway, I've written up on that for 2 or 3 years.
Can I ask about what it's called?
Man,
All farm adds money to the.
I'm not trying to get in right now, because I'm a little bit late.
Time comes.
Each one of them, it's different prices. Depends how good a negotiator you are, how good, how well you run it, but I'm not riding on that.
Have a fund that goes for. Yeah, he said that there's 10 more this year.
Oh, we've had 3 already this year in this month. But some of them have been cremations, which is a lot cheaper, or I already have that money. But anyway, I don't think, can you all get a Attorney General opinion on that?
I think you can.
I don't think I can.
I don't
I
know.
think I've got to ask the senator or representative. I don't think get it.
I think it's something we need to do, they tell us we got there.
I don't see where we have enough choice.
Or, you years ago, right after Randy Laverne had passed away, the state had buried somebody, and he was upset because the same property he bought for his dad, it was about $10,000 or so. That's what the state got, and they only paid $50 for it. We'll do that. I don't know how it works like that, but it
I don't see where we got any other choice, but I would like to know what the Attorney General thing said. I'd like to know why violation was that for it. Joe?
Whose choice is it, cremation or regular funeral? Who makes that decision?
I don't know the funeral director, I was talking about that.
I know it's not cheaper. Cremation.
We've been fortunate this time. For sure to have been cremation, we've already been. Red berries, one of them seems to be the same.
I'm not understanding what is the opinion that you need.
Attorney General, and if I contact people, if you can find the people, sometimes you can't, we search it hard. And because this last one, I had to know the guy by the name of the lady that was deceased over. I didn't know what his gender was. And I give the name to funeral director, and he called me, and she was married to his brother that was deceased, the second marriage. No one had any money to help with it. We try hard to find somebody to pay for it, the funeral director, also. But when it comes down to where you can't find anybody that's got any money, or that will help, I don't see where we have any other choice but to bury them.
We have a line item in our budget
Yes, we do.
for public fuel. But we have no authority to declare somebody a pauper and bury them.
I didn't explain it right in the discussion. The Attorney General, the legislative audit, slapped my hand because I didn't get Attorney General's opinion before I paid for it. I don't know what difference it would make myself. You gotta bear them, you gotta bear them.
Do you have any knowledge?
I'm still a little confused on the issue, but what I can do is contact the legislative body and find out exactly what the issue is, and I'll be able to help you get an opinion.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I think that the state will approve the minimum burial procedure for homes. You know, if there were any procedure that this would be how it's handled, period.
I remember one time a few years ago, there was a body that was over there almost a month. Sanders would not have anything to do with him, it was claiming. He died on Bob Tanner's property. Bob Tanner paid the funeral bill, and I gave him a lot of money. And we thought the very man, that's how we got that done. Another time, funeral director and I put the cost first on the board. Didn't have a thing. But you don't have a choice, you have to bury it.
Myself, I see what you're asking now. In other words, we've been doing it, we've always been taking care of it. But the legislative body has got after you for doing it, because we don't have an attorney general's opinion.
Devin agreed that.
I suggest we put it on the agenda next time, and Devin, tell us what you can find out.
If you cannot find out from the audit committee exactly what you need to go, can you get us an attorney general's opinion?
You get a copy of